Welcome to a very merry episode of Towning Around. This episode we're going to check out some of the holiday themed things going on in Hudson Valley this holiday season. We're going to go to our first segment where in the very heart of Westchester you can get in touch with nature and really get into the spirit. Hey there everyone! Today I'm at the Cranberry Lake Nature Preserve in White Plains, New York, home of some 190 wetlands, a lake made from actual glaciers, and lots of forest for you to enjoy. Today we're going to figure out how to make the most of our holiday season with things found in nature. Let's do it together. Here I am with Taro Ietaka, curator for the Cranberry Lake Nature Preserve, and we're going to learn a little bit about what the preserve has to offer. So tell me, why is this here and what purpose does it serve?
Okay, well, we're part of the Westchester County Park System. As you said before, it's 190 acres. It's open to the public year-round. There's a nature lodge here, open Tuesdays through Saturdays, 9 to 4, where we have educational family programs on weekends. We run a summer camp during the summer. Schools and scout groups come here. We do birthday parties.
Oh my gosh.
And it's just a gem located within 5 minutes of White Plains, and so close to the city.
I know.
We have endangered species. We've got
Do you really have endangered species here?
We do. We found a New York State endangered species, a flower, earlier this year.
And I mean, I almost forget. I feel like it's just this area that we see here, but it's 190 acres. There's a lot to explore here.
Right. I mean, if you plugged your ears, you wouldn't hear the train or the airplanes, and you'd think you were in the middle of
someplace else. That's so great. So Taro and I thought it would be a lot of fun to learn how to make the most of our holiday season by using things we found in nature. We're going to make some vine balls, is that right? And also fern imprinting?
The fern imprinting is good for doing on cloth, and we discovered today it's not good for doing on paper.
Okay, so we'll make some vine balls.
Vine balls or little wreaths or dream catcher ornaments for putting on a tree.
Great. Oh, that sounds so exciting. So let's go ahead and do it. Okay, so tell me, now we're going to start collecting things to make our little ornaments and stuff. So tell me, what are we looking at right now?
Okay, this is called greenbrier, also known as catbrier.
I've heard of catbrier.
There you go.
Yes.
And it's very aptly named because, as you can see, it's got these really nasty spikes, nasty thorns on it.
Little nails almost.
Right. So when you're going out to gather this stuff, you're going to want to wear leather gloves. And even then, you got to be careful not to hit your finger on dead on. It'll go through the gloves. This twining vine is called Asiatic bittersweet. It's an invasive plant in Westchester, which means that
it's not good.
It's introduced, it spreads like crazy. If you've ever driven along a parkway or ridden the train, you'll see this stuff climbing high up into the trees.
I actually think we had a problem with that at my home with one of our trees. Okay. It almost acts like a cobra.
Yes.
It like chokes the tree, doesn't it?
It does. It does indeed. But it also has beautiful orange and yellow fruit, berries. And it actually makes a very nice decoration for winter. If you do gather it, make sure you're not spreading the berries around as you're going home.
Right, because essentially you'd be planting more.
You got it.
Okay. Here I am with Melissa Sullivan, naturalist for the Cranberry Lake Nature Preserve, and she is going to show us how to make a vine ball for the holiday season, which is a great ornament for use. So how do we get started making this vine ball?
What we do is we blow up a small water balloon like this one here, and we take this, which is weeping willow, and we will wrap it around the balloon, and you just keep twisting it upon itself.
Okay. And now how long would you say it would take you to do something like this?
This project completed with drying time would probably be about 2 hours.
Oh my, okay. So this is like a good afternoon when it's raining or something like that.
Definitely.
Oh, very cool.
So once you get this wrapped around, you just snip the edges a little bit.
And is it pretty self-sustained? You don't need glue?
You will need glue at the end.
Oh, okay.
So you take your second vine, and you're going to go in the opposite direction.
Okay. It's like almost like cat's cradle or something.
Yes.
So let me just bring some of the other things that we can make with vines. This is a dream catcher, is that correct?
Yes.
Some of my favorite things, dream catchers. I used to love one for security, you know? So this is a dream catcher, and this is also made with vines.
Yes, that's made with weeping willow, and it's just a waxed rope also.
Oh, okay.
And it's a special traditional knotting method.
Oh, that's very nice.
Yes.
And you can also use this even as a holiday ornament if you'd like.
Yes, definitely.
Oh, that's
definitely.
So great. Okay, so let's continue with that.
We're going to trim the ends again. And we just keep going around.
Okay.
So once you got everything wrapped around, you put a dab of glue. If you want. You just put a dab of glue on each cross section, and you wait for it to dry, and then the magic moment comes, and you pop the balloon,
Oh, that's the best part.
And you have your vine ball.
And you have a beautiful vine ball for holiday decorations or for
Definitely.
all year round decorations, and it's a lot of fun to make.
It is.
Thanks, Melissa. This was great. So you can learn how to make this. You can learn how to make the dream catcher and a load of other things. I know that you guys are doing snowshoes in January.
We are doing
All
make your
here,
own snowshoes.
all here at the Cranberry Lake Nature Preserve.
Yes.
You guys really have a lot to offer.
Thanks.
Thanks to everyone at the Cranberry Lake Nature Preserve for showing me how much fun I can have this holiday season with things just found in my own backyard. Make sure you try it out yourself. And to find out more about Cranberry Lake Nature Preserve, check out westchestergov.com. What a beautiful place. I really enjoyed learning how to make holiday decorations with things found in nature. Great people, great place to visit. Check them out at westchestergov.com. And make sure to check them out in January to learn how to make snowshoes. Now let's move on to our next segment, where at Sunnyside in Tarrytown, I learned how to get really into the spirit at Winter Wonderlights. Hey there everyone, welcome to Winter Wonderlights at Washington Irving's Sunnyside in Tarrytown. The same people that brought you the great Jack-o'-lantern blaze are bringing you a winter event that's sure to please. Let's go check it out together. Here I am with Michael Natiello, Creative Director of Historic Hudson Valley. Thank you for having me.
Oh, thanks for coming.
This place is just unbelievable.
Isn't it amazing
It
out
is
here?
really amazing. It's going to be an incredible experience for whoever comes. So tell me, what is the inspiration for this?
Well, the holiday season, for one, is the main inspiration, but the woodlands here at Sunnyside, definitely the mystery and the magic of these old trees.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And so this was pretty much unused before you guys decided to do this. Is that correct?
Correct, yeah.
Oh, so it was just woods and woods, and you just decided to take it and make it into something beautiful.
Yeah, woods and more woods and a lot of debris, a lot of organic debris.
Yeah.
And some,
Let's quickly talk about something as beautiful as this. This unicorn was built out of just found things. Is that correct?
right, yeah. Part of the cleanup process, when over the summer we enlisted a Youth Conservation Corps program to help clean up the woods. We took a lot of the sticks and twigs that we found and cleaned up and made creatures out of them, like unicorns, for example, and zoo creatures.
Oh, how cool is that?
Yeah.
So they're also going green as well as giving you a nice holiday spirit. So tell me, how many lights do you think are being used in this entire event?
It's safe to say over about 70,000
Oh my
points of light.
gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that is unbelievable.
And just miles and miles of cable
Oh,
and cord,
gosh.
yeah.
So when did you actually start laying down the cable and cord for this?
About mid-November we started laying out
Okay.
the lights,
Yeah.
the scenery, the props.
So you really work fast.
Absolutely, yeah.
So what is the general purpose? Like if you were to name a general purpose for something as spectacular as this, what would you say it was?
The general purpose, I'd say the main reason for coming here is to have fun
Yeah.
and to enjoy time with your friends or family.
That
and
sounds
just
so
get
good.
outside at night and
Yeah.
enjoy some fine art, some interesting light displays.
Who doesn't love that? Fine art, interesting light displays, fun with your family, and fun in general. Thank you so much,
Well, thank you.
Michael. I had a lovely time.
Thanks, me too.
I'm here with Rob Schweitzer, PR Director for Historic Hudson Valley. Thank you very much for having me. It's really a blast.
Well, thanks for coming. We're happy to have you here.
Oh, come on. It's my pleasure. So tell me, I know this is new to Historic Hudson Valley. How long did it take to prepare for something like this?
Well, we actually started thinking about Winter Wonderlights in January of 2007,
Oh
believe it or not.
gosh.
It's been a long time coming.
Yeah. So did you go through different rotations of ideas before you decided on Washington Irving and what you're doing now?
We did. We just started with the concept of lights, holiday lights and lights in the woods. And then we wanted to think about how do we tie it into what we do and what our organization is about. So we thought about having it at Sunnyside, the homestead of Washington Irving.
Right.
And we thought about tying it into the story of Rip Van Winkle, which was written by Washington
That
Irving.
is so clever. You give people both a taste of history and just general fun. It makes a lot of sense. I'm sure you're going to have a lot of people coming this year.
Definitely. And that was really our organizing principle was Rip Van Winkle, and that really helped us
Oh,
out.
that's so cool. So is this a walkthrough or are people driving through this event?
This is a walkthrough event, and yes, it is in December and January, but we have warming stations set up throughout the path. We have hot cocoa and coffee and cider and that sort of thing. So
Oh, it really gets you in the holiday spirit.
it does, it does.
Oh, that sounds great.
Little Christmas in the air, that's
yeah.
good.
Oh, gosh, it's getting me ready.
Yeah.
So tell me, how can people buy tickets?
People can buy tickets by coming to our website, which is www.hudsonvalley.org.
Okay.
And now, in addition to, there's two ways of coming. You can buy a regular ticket, and which you get in by the carload. So everybody who's in your car gets in for one price.
Oh, wow.
And you can also look into the idea of membership in historic Hudson Valley, which gets you admission to Winter Wonderlights and events throughout the year, including our great jack-o'-lantern blaze in October.
Which is such a spectacular.
Absolutely, it really is. So if you visit us more than once a year, it really is a good.
It makes sense.
It makes sense to become a member because we have a lot to offer.
It makes me feel like I should sign up.
Well, you are an honorary member.
I am an honorary member.
Yes.
Thank you so much for having me. This was an absolute blast. I will be here and I will check it out.
Excellent. We can't wait for you to see it.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks so much. Thank you to everyone at Winter Wonderlights for showing me such a fabulous time. Make sure to check them out in their open days in December and January. www.hudsonvalley.org for more information. I'll see you there. Man, that really got me into the spirit of the season, and the coolest thing about them is that they're making an effort to go green this holiday season, meaning that most of the stuff that you see there, they used objects they found in nature, which I think is pretty spectacular and really helpful to the earth. Secondly, they're doing another iPod Touch contest, which is pretty awesome. Just like at the Great Blaze, you go in with your video camera, videotape your coolest segment, what you think is the most beautiful or funniest or fun, and you put it up on YouTube with the special tags that they want, no more than 3 minutes in length, no tripods at the site, and then at the end of their season, they're going to call out 4 winners of an iPod Touch, which is pretty awesome if you ask me. Check out more hudsonvalley.org for more information. Now, in light of our delicate economic times and the holiday season, I thought it would be really insightful to bring in a very special guest. I feel very, very lucky to have you here, Mr. Santa Claus.
Oh, hello.
So thank you for being here.
You're welcome,
It's an
Jessica.
absolute pleasure. I know that you're busy. I know that
Yes,
this is your
yes.
time, and I really do appreciate you taking the time to be here with me today.
Oh, of course, it's my pleasure.
Yeah, so let's talk about what's going on in our economy. I know that a lot of people have been having trouble, and there have been layoffs, and this is really delicate economic time. So please speak to economic layoffs as well as toy production and how it's affecting you.
Of course, the Santa Claus camp has indeed felt this bad economy, and we have had to make cuts. Unfortunately, I had to lay off 300 elves this year.
Is that right?
Yes, it's not an easy task.
Oh
and
my gosh.
of course, because of such drastic cutbacks, we have to cut back on toy production too, I'm afraid. No more wooden horses or Etch-a-Sketch.
You're cutting back on toy production this year.
Yes, unfortunately, the only thing we're going to be able to make is footballs.
Footballs?
Footballs.
But what about people who don't like football?
Well, I suppose they'll get a football.
Oh, okay. Great. Okay, so we can move on to our next question.
Yes.
And I'm just, I'm curious because the entire world has been trying to go green and really make an effort to recycle and, help our earth. And I was just wondering if the Claus camp uses a clean energy source for that reason.
Indeed we do, Jessica. Yes, as a matter of fact, we've just gone hybrid.
Is that right?
We've replaced one of the reindeers with a hybrid reindeer.
No
Yes,
kidding.
unfortunately, Rudolph was not too happy about it.
You replaced Rudolph.
I replaced Rudolph. He now serves as my nightlight.
Isn't that a shame?
No, he loves it. It tickles him.
Oh, is
Sings
that-
me to sleep every night.
Oh, is that great? So do you plug the hybrid reindeer in at night to
Yes,
juice them up?
it is electric and gas.
And gas?
Yes, not many people know this, but traditionally the magic reindeer just run on pure gasoline.
Is that right?
It is right.
Fossil fuel?
Fossil fuel, and of course, because of the lack of more fossil fuels now, we have also switched the workshop to solar energy.
No kidding.
Yes.
That's pretty fabulous.
It is indeed, especially for the North Pole. It is sunny most of the year, 8 months out of the year.
That
as a
is
matter of
really
fact.
great. So in the dark time, in the months that it isn't sunny, what do you do for energy?
Well, generally we are able to store up enough in the sunny times, but in those dark times,
Right.
as we call them, we stick to the basics: wood burning stoves. Mrs. Claus runs on a treadmill, much like Gilligan's Island.
Is that right?
She loves it.
That's good exercise.
It is great, and she needs it. Oh dear.
Santa.
Sorry.
Okay, I'll move on to my next question. So everybody's curious, are you going to be making your projected timeline for this season?
Well, of course, Christmas is the 25th of December, but with the pressing time limits and
close.
shorter productions, we'll be lucky to make the 26th or the 27th this year.
You're going to make, really? So, okay, now are you going to be starting with America?
Well, we start with North America, yes, and then we work our way down and over. And we
Okay.
hit all the 7 continents, including Antarctica.
You go to Antarctica.
There are many children in Antarctica.
You know, I never thought it.
Orphans.
Is that right? Oh, what a terrible shame.
Well, we try and bring them a little joy.
So, what
They
is-
might enjoy a nice football game
I
this
was
year.
gonna
yeah.
ask. Football. It's exciting. So
Crazy.
finally, let me ask. Everybody wants to know, and here's the question: where does Santa spend his New Year's Eve?
Well, New Year's is a big holiday in the Claus household.
Right.
We generally like to spend it with family, with many of the in-laws. Unfortunately, it's not a very exciting place that we go. We do pack up all the little Clauses and a couple of the reindeer if they've been good, and we head over to Detroit,
Oh, Detroit.
Michigan. Yes,
No
it's
kidding.
where the Mrs. parents live in Michigan.
So
Love it every year.
okay, well, all right. That sounds like a blast. So there's one last thing
Yes.
before you go, and I know you have to run off because you're quite busy. But I just wanted to. This is for you.
What, Jessica? Oh, that's so nice of you. It's so rare that anybody gives Santa a Christmas present. Ever heard of such a thing? Usually it's me giving the presents, and not this time.
So I was
Yes.
just, you know, I mean,
Oh, if I.
yeah, I mean, I was just wondering, you know, like,
That's yes. Do I have anything for you? Yeah. Of course I do. Close your eyes and,
Okay,
and
okay.
stick out stick out your hands. Keep them closed. There you are, Jessica. Merry Christmas. Ho 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 ho.
Santa,
Yes.
I own this.
Of course you do. I just gave it to you.
I mean, I've had this since my first show. What's wrong with you?
I think that's all the time we have.
Thanks. Okay, let's take it to our next segment. We're at Riverridge Riding Stable, where I learned how to have some real fun at the horse stables. Hey there, everyone. Here I am at the Riverridge Equestrian Center in Eastchester, New York, home to over 60 horses. I am so excited to be here today. We're going to learn all about what the stable has to offer and maybe even ride a horse. Let's go. Here I am with Jeannie Rue, assistant manager at Riverridge. So, Jeannie, can you tell me, how did you get started with horseback riding?
I got started when I was a young child. My parents always had horses, and we went to dude ranches. And actually, I rode here when I was about 10 years old.
Did you really? So that's very full circle.
Yeah, full circle. I've been with horses all my life.
That's so nice. So what can people do here aside from just, basically riding the horses?
Okay, it's very family orientated. Okay, where we do have birthday parties, pony parties for children. Then we have parties on location. So wherever you want to go, we bring the ponies there. We have a multitude of students from ages 5 and up.
Really?
Okay, we teach both English, Western riding, and then we have trail riding for people who just want to get on a horse and get out there around the reservoir, Twin Lakes.
Oh, I hear that is very beautiful, taking one of those trail rides, yes. So tell me, my getup, do I look riding appropriate?
Yes, you do.
Good.
In fact, what I would say is either go on a trail ride, for $30 an hour, you go out there, or you can take a lesson, for half hour, an hour, and just move your level of riding along.
That sounds exciting, considering my level of riding is 0.
That's okay. You can be the beginner to the advanced.
Good.
We accommodate all levels of riding, both English and
That's
Western.
great. So, can we meet some of the horses?
Sure.
All right, let's go. Jeannie, tell me about this horse.
Okay, this is a private boarders horse. We have about 36 private boarders. And then we have about, almost close to 50 school horses that we use for children and adults and ponies, things like that.
That's great. And I hear your horse is here as well, right?
He's been here for 15 years.
Wow, that's wonderful. So how do you maintain the horses?
Well, we have a staff, okay, that they board their horses here, and we feed them and clean their stables and more or less give them water.
Can you tell me, what is the difference between Western and English, right?
Right. Western is more pleasure riding, okay, where you'll go out on the trail, and it's more like a cowboy thing, okay, where English is more disciplined, and I do always suggest that children at young ages teach the disciplinary part of riding, and then if they want to transfer back over to Western, it's much easier.
So which do you ride?
Western.
Ah, the fun way to ride.
I like English, but I compete Western. A lot of my friends compete Western.
Well, I am very motivated. So, you think I can get on a horse?
Without a doubt, if you want to try it, that's fine.
I am so excited. I'm going to ride a horse. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right.
He's always here.
Me and GQ are going out for a ride. Thank you so much. You're welcome. This was fun. Thank you, GQ. What a beautiful horse. Thank you, bud. Thank you. You're beautiful. Thank you to all of the kind people at Riverridge Equestrian Center. I had a blast here. This is a great place to learn or hone your skills. Check them out at riverridgestable.com. Man, I love it there. The horses are so well kept, the area is beautiful, and the people are very nice and welcoming. Make sure to check them out this winter because they're doing winter rides in Central Park to commemorate that special occasion for you. riverridgestable.com for more information. Now, before we end the show and I give you my trivia question, we're going to go back to one segment that has a special place in my heart, one of my favorites, and I hope yours too, Grand Prix New York. Today I'm at Grand Prix New York in Mount Kisco. This place has so much to offer. Sody carts, private and public racing, events, and especially the restaurant Fuel. I cannot wait to check this place out. So Farah's here. She's going to help me suit up.
Alright, now before you put on your helmet, you're going to want to wear one of these. It's a head sock. Basically, it's when other people wear the helmets. You don't want to put your head in their sweaty whatever.
No way.
So you just want to put this on.
Okay. You hold this.
Okay. Okay, and you're going to want to tuck your hair inside your suit.
All the way in.
Yep.
How pretty do I look now? Okay.
Okay? Go. Alright, now the next step is to get your helmet.
Alright.
So you will probably be...
I have a pretty big head, so I might want to...
You know,
big helmet.
this should fit you fine. What you want to do is just hold these two straps out. I'll hold this for you.
Alright.
And just put it right
Just
over your
shove my head in?
Yep.
So am I ready to go?
No.
No.
Now afterwards you want to put on a neck brace, which we need to make sure you buckle your helmet first.
I feel like a kid in a snowsuit. Thank you, Farah. What would I do without you? Thank you so much. So I'm ready to race. So that was Grand Prix New York. Racing, fun, food, and arcade. Who could ask for anything more? Personally, I am wiped. This was way too much for me. I can't wait to come back. Okay, guys, that moment that you've been waiting for, the answer to the old trivia question and the new trivia question, it's time. The old trivia question is this. What ghost ship is said to sail the shore of Pelham and New Rochelle with a great white horse on it during particularly violent storms? The answer comes from Dina, who emailed me at jess@jessicaspencer.com, and she says, is the answer the fire ship of Long Island? It is. That was a really hard one. Very good, Dina. All right, let's move on to the next trivia question. Here it is. Where was the 2005 Tom Cruise Steven Spielberg movie, War of the Worlds, primarily shot? Email me at jess@jessicaspencer.com with the answer to the trivia question, show ideas, things you want to promote, or just say hello. Always check me out at youtube.com/towningaround. And really, have a great holiday, a happy new year, and I'll see you next time.